Hello, space explorers, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're journeying to the far reaches of our solar system to visit a world of incredible extremes. A true blue giant shrouded in mystery, the one and only Neptune. It's the eighth and most distant planet from the Sun, so far away that it's completely invisible to the naked eye. In fact, for most of human history, we didn't even know it was there. Neptune's discovery is a fantastic story of scientific detective work. It wasn't found by someone just happening to look through a telescope. Instead, in the 1840s, astronomers noticed that Uranus, the seventh planet, was wobbling in its orbit. It wasn't quite where mathematical predictions said it should be. The brilliant French mathematician Urbain Le Verrier proposed that this wobble was caused by the gravitational pull of an unknown planet even further out. He calculated where this mystery planet should be, sent his predictions to the Berlin Observatory, and on the very first night of searching, astronomer Johann Galle pointed his telescope to that exact spot and found Neptune. It was a triumph of theoretical physics, proving the power of mathematics to reveal the secrets of the cosmos. So, what is this distant world actually like? Well, for starters, it's huge. Neptune is an ice giant, about 4 times wider than Earth. If Earth were the size of a grape, Neptune would be about the size of a baseball. Despite its massive size, it's not very dense. It's mostly made of a hot, dense fluid of water, methane, and ammonia ice above a small, rocky core. That's why we call it an ice giant, not because it's a solid ball of ice, but because these icy materials are what it's primarily made of. Neptune's atmosphere is what really gives it its character. It's mostly hydrogen and helium, with a little bit of methane. It's this methane gas that gives Neptune its stunning, deep blue color. The methane absorbs red light from the sun and reflects blue light back into space, making it look like a brilliant sapphire in the sky. It's a much more vibrant and intense blue than its neighbor, Uranus, and scientists think there might be another, unknown component in its atmosphere that contributes to this beautiful hue. Now, if you're thinking of planning a vacation to Neptune, you might want to reconsider. The weather there is the most extreme in the entire solar system. Imagine winds whipping round the planet at more than 2,000 kilometers per hour. That's faster than the speed of sound here on Earth. These supersonic winds create massive, swirling storms. The most famous of these was the Great Dark Spot, a colossal storm system observed by the Voyager 2 spacecraft when it flew by in 1989. This storm was as big as our entire planet Earth, a swirling dark vortex in the planet's blue clouds. But here is the weird part. When the Hubble Space Telescope looked at Neptune just a few years later, the Great Dark Spot was gone. It had completely vanished. Since then, other dark spots have appeared and disappeared on the planet. This tells us that Neptune's atmosphere is incredibly dynamic and changes rapidly, much more so than the placid-looking gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn. Being so far from the Sun, Neptune is also incredibly cold. The average temperature at the top of its clouds is about -214 degrees Celsius. It's a frigid, dark world. It takes Neptune a staggering 165 Earth years to complete one single orbit around the Sun. That means if you were born on Neptune, you would have to wait 165 Earth years just to celebrate your first birthday. Since its discovery in 1846, Neptune has only completed one full orbit, which it finished back in 2011. But Neptune isn't alone on its long journey around the Sun. It has a fascinating system of 14 known moons. Most of them are small, icy bodies, but one stands out from the rest: Triton. Triton is a beast of a moon, the seventh largest in the solar system. What makes Triton so special is its retrograde orbit. It orbits Neptune in the opposite direction to the planet's rotation. This is highly unusual and strongly suggests that Triton wasn't formed with Neptune. Instead, it was likely a dwarf planet, similar to Pluto, that wandered too close and got captured by Neptune's immense gravity. Triton is one of the coldest objects ever measured in our solar system, with surface temperatures plummeting to -235 degrees Celsius. But despite this deep freeze, it's geologically active. Voyager 2 captured images of giant geysers erupting nitrogen ice and dark dust particles several kilometers into its thin atmosphere. This was a huge surprise. It means that even in the coldest, darkest corners of our solar system, there can still be active, dynamic worlds. Neptune also has a faint system of rings. They're not nearly as spectacular as Saturn's, but they are interesting in their own right. They're dark, clumpy, and uneven. Unlike the uniform rings of other planets, Neptune's rings have these strange, bright arcs where the material is much denser. Scientists believe these arcs are held in place by the gravitational influence of one of Neptune's nearby moons, Galatea, acting as a shepherd moon. Our only up-close look at Neptune came from that one incredible flyby by the Voyager 2 probe in 1989. Everything we know about its wild winds, its disappearing storms, and its bizarre moon Triton comes from that brief encounter. Since then, we've relied on powerful tools like the Hubble and James Webb Space Telescopes to keep an eye on this distant giant. The James Webb Telescope recently gave us some breathtaking new infrared images, showing its rings in more detail than we've seen in decades, and revealing high-altitude clouds and atmospheric circulation patterns. Studying Neptune helps us understand not just our own solar system, but also the thousands of exoplanets we're discovering around other stars. Many of these distant worlds are similar in size and composition to Neptune and Uranus. By understanding our own ice giants, we can get a better idea of what these Neptune-like exoplanets might be like. Are they also windy, cold worlds with strange moons and faint rings? The more we learn about Neptune, the more we learn about the galaxy. Neptune represents the wild, untamed frontier of our solar system. It's a world of beautiful blues, ferocious winds, and cosmic mysteries waiting to be solved. It reminds us that even after centuries of astronomy, there are still so many secrets hidden in the dark, so many strange and wonderful places left to explore. Who knows what future missions will uncover? Perhaps we'll find out what makes its atmosphere so blue, or what powers Triton's icy volcanoes, or if there's even a possibility of a liquid water ocean beneath its icy shell. The journey to Neptune has just begun. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the solar system's blue giant. If you love exploring the cosmos with us, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more space adventures. Until next time, keep looking up.